Hi everybody, this is Ben here with Pierre Driving School. Today we're gonna do a driving and Canarsie. Driving school and Canarsie. I'm gonna take you around Canarsie. We're gonna drive for a little while. I'm gonna give you a few pointers. But these are the area that we cover in lesson, and these are area as well that we do lesson with students. So we're gonna be doing a series of driving lesson, and we're gonna go through all the neighborhoods that we're giving lesson in, and we're gonna do lesson with you guys while you're watching these videos. All right, so now today we're doing driving lesson and Canarsie, or driving school and Canarsie. We're coming up to a full stop. We're making here's your first stop for pedestrian skateboarder. Now we're gonna do the second stop for traffic. Okay, now this is the second stop for traffic. We have a heavy blind spot on the left, so we're gonna keep creeping up so we can clear the blind spot on the left. Okay, it's clear to go. Then I'm proceeding. As you're driving on a one-way street, you keep the center of the street so you do not leave room on both sides for nobody to fit. So if that's the case, then you'll be driving off of on the one way. Then there's a possibility for people to start cutting you off either left or right. We're coming up to another full stop. Is your first stop for humans. The second stop gonna get done at the center of the crosswalk, right over here. This is your second stop. Now we have a heavy blind spot on the left. We're gonna have to roll up until we can clear the blind spot on the left. Okay, cleared on both ways. Now we're moving on. Keeping it within the speed limit, above 25, below 30. Now this is 100% Canarsie. Now we're on Flatlands and Avenue J. One-way street, we drive in the middle. We center the car, so either side, no cars can fit on that side. Okay. For the purpose of the road test, we're coming up to a one-way street. There is a car double park. You honk twice to get the car attention, then you go around. It's a rainy day today in Brooklyn. Got the pedestrian walking right up on the car. This is what we're gonna be having a lot here in New York City. Coming up, we're on a one-way street. There is a car that double park on the street. For the purpose of the road test, we're gonna honk twice to get the driver attention, to let them know that we're coming around. But in real life driving, we don't do that. But for the purpose of the road test, those are the things that we do. We must do. Full stop. First one is for humans, pedestrian. We're gonna roll up with the second one at the center of this crosswalk. Use the second one here. Then there is a blind spot on the left. We're gonna creep out to make sure we can clear this blind spot on the left. Is the first one, because that's where we're gonna get hit first if there's any car where to come. Now my left side is clear, but it's many traffic coming to my right. I don't have any clearance. Now I'm getting clearance both direction, and we're gonna keep it going. This is driving lesson in Canarsie Driving School. We're doing this lesson around Canarsie area. If you do live around here, you're familiar where this lesson is given. We're making a left turn at the corner. It's a full stop. That's from a one-way street to a two-way road. This is the first stop for human, pedestrian. Here's the second stop for traffic. it is very important. Now we're gonna roll up. It is very important to go all the way across the divider to make that left turn. Many students oftentimes will make the left turn onto the oncoming traffic. You cannot do that. And as you're making the left turn, where are you falling? Onto your left lane. Then what do you do next by yourself? Signal all your intention. Check your mirror right, shoulder right, go over to your right lane. Student must always be on the right side of the traffic. We're going straight from here. We're still driving in the Canarsie area. It's raining today. What do? You're adjusting your speed because your stopping distance with the slippery road gonna be longer than normal, because once you stop, the car tends to slide if you're picking up speed. When it's raining, what is your speed limit? Within 20 to 25 or within 5 miles above or below the speed that they're giving you. Speed limit here in New York City, so we're gonna be doing 20, 25 because of the rain. Otherwise, you would have been driving at regular speed, because when it's wet, the roads are slippery. As you're doing your road test, I'm coming up to the stoplight. As it's blinking, then I'm slowing down. When I get up there to the light, it's completely red. You do not want to pick up speed going to that light. Because when you're driving as a student, you've always have to forward planning, to look up at the intersection, look up the light to see what's going on, so you can know what move to make when you're ready to pull out. Now, when you stop at the stoplight, you stop exactly when you cannot see right behind the white line. You do not want to be above the white line, the steady line, because it's gonna be out on traffic. You do not want to do that, especially when you're doing a wood lesson as well as a wood test. Now we are on Foster Avenue and East 52nd. We're gonna cross over to King's Highway. That was just exactly the heart of Canarsie. Now we were more deep in the Canarsie area, but we're still around the same surrounding. And this is a very heavy intersection for driving, especially if you do not know what you're doing. It can be very confusing because there's too many ways for you to turn here. Now, as a student, you know, we always have to be on the right side of the road. I'm gonna signal my attention, check the mirror, check the shoulder, then go over to the right, because we're supposed to always be where? On the right side of the road, just for the purpose of road test. Now, when you're driving, always pay attention to your surroundings, especially when you're ready to pull off. Before pulling off, check all the mirrors, make sure no bicycle, no pedestrian, no skateboarder, any car try to cut you off on the direction that you're doing as you're ready to pull off. Never accelerate without verification first to make sure you're clear to go. Because as you're driving, always expected unexpected. Remember, we have to accommodate for all the drivers around us. Always make sure when you stop, you can see all the crosswalk. You cannot be over the crosswalk while you're driving, especially doing your road test and your driving lesson. You want it to be out where you can see all the crosswalk right in front of you. Paying attention with all my mirrors when I'm ready to take off. Never accelerate until you make sure you're all clear. And as you move in the car, try your best not to jerk the car as you're moving. You want to leave the car, move the car as smooth as possible, no jerking. It requires some lessons to get in the habit of not jerking the car, but those are the things that you wanted to do when you're doing your wood test, because you cannot be jerking the car. It's not acceptable. Neither you can abrupt braking neither. You know, you have to make sure you take off smooth and you stop smooth as you're taking your wood test. Yes. All right, and we're gonna make a turn at this traffic light here, because that's gonna take us off the Canarsie area, dropping up to East Flatbush. This lesson today, I want it to be around Canarsie area to give you an overview where we'll be doing the lesson when we're driving in Canarsie, driving school in Canarsie driving lesson. As always, you're making your turn, mirror right, shoulder right, then making your turn. We make this turn here to go back the other way to stay in the Canarsie area driving lesson. In the meantime, folks, if you have any question regarding driving lesson, if you need any help to do lesson in the Canarsie area, feel free to check our website in the description below, pierrepauldraiving.com. So you can give us a call so we can help you mastering your lesson, get you ready for your road test as soon as possible. Yeah. This lesson today was about the Canarsie area. You can see I'm slowing down because I do not want to go ahead and take the yellow light. What is the purpose of the yellow light? Is to slow down and getting ready to stop. Many students, they're doing the opposite. When you see the light is blinking and you're coming up to the block, you need to slow down. When you get at the stop sign, it's completely red. You do not want to do the opposite, pick up on a yellow line, because two things may happen. If you make the yellow line, you're gonna have to pick up the speed. You'll be out of the speed. And also, if you do make the light, there's a possibility to get caught while crossing the light for it to turn red. Those are the things that you do not want to do as you're taking your road test. You do not want to do that. It's no rush. Move on with the pace. Yep. Always forward planning as you're driving, forward planning, see what's going on ahead. Never just look at right where you're going, always forward planning. As I'm coming to the block, I'm already seeing the light is blinking. I'm gonna fall back here. When I get to the light, it's gonna be completely red. I'm not gonna try to pick up the speed, then I will get caught up on the light. As you can see, I'm coming up to the light, completely red. It's no rush. Forward planning. The more you forward planning what you're doing, the delivery gonna be easy. I already see the light is blinking. I'm coming up the block. I'm gonna lessen my speed, so when I get up there to the light, it will be completely red. You do not want to start picking up speed here. Now you get to the light, either the light already turned red or is about to turn red, then you have to make it abrupt braking, or you run the light. We do not need those things. Take your time, stay within the speed limit, and do what you're told to do, and follow all the guidelines. You can never, never, never go wrong. Always observing around you while you're driving, see what's going on. Most attention is supposed to be in the street when you're driving straight. Before pulling off, always do a checkup. Make sure there is no obstacle coming up to your side. You'll be in shock how you driving and ready to pull off, not paying attention. A car was right on your side, ready to sneak out while you're pulling off, or a motorcycle, a bicyclist. You've always have to pay attention to those. As I'm coming up, I'm already seeing the light is blinking and it's at 7. There is no way I'm gonna make it. Started slowing down now. When I get there, it's gonna be completely red. You see, yellow, completely red. Those are the tips that as you're taking your road test, you need to understand. You need to be on top of those little tips, because remember, it is not about how you're driving, because you're gonna drive. Since you're doing lesson, you're gonna have to drive. You're gonna drive at some point. But understand the technicality of the test. That's where most of the students are struggling. It ain't about how you and I drive. It's how they want you and I to drive, and things that they are looking for while you're doing your road test. If you can understand those things, passing your test is just one appointment away. It is not that difficult. You and I making it difficult by not applying things that they want us to do. Just that simple. Okay, we're coming at the last border of Canarsie. Now I'm making a right turn here to get back at the same destination where I started out at. Like, as always, mirror right, shoulder right. Recover from the turn, then you pick up the accelerator. Folks, once again, this lesson was specifically for Canarsie area driving lesson, Canarsie driving school. I just wanted to take you around the Canarsie area so you can get familiar of this area, and as well as those people who live around here, for them to know that we do cover lesson in the Canarsie areas as well. Because we're almost back to where we started it out with the lesson. In the meantime, I'll show you guys a few pointers, things that are expected from you when you're doing your test, and things that are there for you to do as you're doing the lesson, as well as your road test. If you're covering this thing, you will have a huge advantage over those who are not applying this thing. So we're coming up to the light again. I'm already seeing the light is blinking. When I get down, it to be completely red. It is no rush. There we go. We're gonna be covering this a lot. We're gonna cover all the Brooklyn area and lessons for you guys to go ahead and watch this lesson. They will be very beneficial to you as you're ready to do your road test, or you preparing up for you to go for your road test. Watching these tips, watching the pointers, it's just like if you were doing a lesson with us here. It's the same thing. We want you guys to take full advantage of those videos. Mirror left, shoulder left, then making your turn. I'm forward planing. I'm already see my light is red. I'm beginning to drop my speed because I know I'm going to come to a nice and smooth stop. I'm planning the stopping. Very simple. You do not want any abrupt stopping when you stop. You like to see all the crosswalk in front of you. You do not want to be above the crosswalk. Matter of fact, let me roll up a little bit to show what I mean by above the crosswalk. We cannot be stopping here. That's unacceptable. You're supposed to stop at this level. Let me reversing it a little bit. Looking behind me. There's no car coming. You're supposed to be stopping right over here. Very important. You cannot stop at a pedestrian crosswalk. Not acceptable. Again, prime example. Here come a human crossing the street. Those are what we're talking about. If I were to stop up there, I would have been on his way. He would have to either go around the car or expose himself on the street. That we cannot do. Okay? Forward planning, there's a car on my right side. What am I gonna do? Is he moving? Right, okay, the car is moving now. Otherwise, I will have to signal all my attention and going around the car. As I'm coming up, I'm already see a car on the left that parking, and my light is blinking. I'm gonna make sure when I get to the light it's completely red. You see it's already yellow. When I get there, it will be completely red. You do not wanna rush to get to the light as you're doing a lesson, as well as you driving by yourself anyway, because the yellow light meant for you to slow down and get ready to stop. Even after you get your license, if you want to risk it and try to run the yellow line, that's gonna be your luck, because you'll never know where's a police officer sitting around monitoring those lights, because the last thing that you wanted to do is to get a speeding ticket right after you get your license or with a learner's permit. You know, you do not want to get any moving violation when you're driving, because you guys all know where moving violations are going. You know, this thing gonna build point on your driving record, of which you don't need at all, because this thing will skyrocket your insurance at some point. As I'm coming up, I see my light. I'm seeing it. It's already at 5. I'm not gonna wash it. When I get there, I want it to be completely red. Exactly, this is what it is. See, completely red. Some people would have done differently, picking up speed. We do not need that. Can be your luck, but for the purpose of the wood test, you do not need that. As you come into the light, if there is number that governing the light, you watch to see what number are the light is at. If anything above 10, you kill. Anything above 10, you kill. You can go. Anything below 10, you kill. What do I mean by that? If you come and you see the light is 20, 19, you got enough time to drive normal, no rush, you're gonna make it. If you're coming up, you see it's 8, 9, 7, 6, you do not go. Take your time. When you get there, it's completely red. Making a right turn, right shoulder right, then making my turn. Coming up, okay, I'm at 14. Good to go. I don't have to do anything extra. I'm gonna pass this with no issue. That's what I'm talking about. But if it was below 10, I would fall back. The second one is blinking, I'm gonna slow down, because there's no way I'm gonna make it. And sure enough, it's already yellow. There we go. Now it's red. It is just that simple, folks. Those are the principles that you have to follow. And sure enough, is a police officer right on my left. Can you imagine if I was running to take this light? You've never know what could have happened. But when you follow the law, guess what? Never have to worry about those. You can always be on top of it. All right, folks, we're coming right back where we started off. This lesson was Canarsie area, Canarsie driving lesson, Canarsie driving school. We went around all the Canarsie area, and I give you a few pointers how to drive actually when you're doing your wood test. This was a wood lesson, but specifically in the Canarsie area. Nevertheless, if you're driving in any other area, same things apply. You still have to do all your verification and everything that you out to do while you're either doing your lesson or your wood test. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to post them in comment below. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, you can do so by clicking on the subscribe button and hit the bell notification icon. Anytime that we release a video like this, you will be the first one to be notified. Today again, I just want to cover this lesson in the Canarsie area. So thanks.